Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at XL Shadow Ball Dusknoir. We just have the community day for that. For most people, most likely the community day is still going on, so good luck with that thing. And today we're going to try it out in the Ultra League, but I have to play, of course, against friends or in general, like people from Twitter. I asked on Twitter if people who are on my fan list can send me any invites. This is all not like scripted or anything, like I don't know what my opponents bring, and I think also I'm gonna lose this game, the first one here, which is nice. But yeah, just to basically get a first look at this Pokemon. Usually I thought like, I'm not the biggest fan of this idea to like go on Twitter and do it and like get just random people to battle you. But actually, I had a lot of fun. I think it's pretty telling about the Pokemon as well. And here I make a misplay. I should have shielded the first one easily because he had so much energy. There was no reason for him to not throw. And I expected this to be a rock sign. I was like, I can take one. It was an Earthquake. And that's how I lost this battle. Not really well played by me, but very well played by my opponent not to bait there. So very proud of him. Good game there. In general, thanks to everybody who tried to battle me, or like in general who battled me at the end. I get a lot of invites which then kind of were corrupted or something, but didn't rerun through. But thanks everybody for trying to battle me and help me out with this video. Good games to everybody here, and yeah, in general was a lot of fun. Was a lot of fun playing this, and I think Dusknoir is better than I expected. Like a lot of people said, oh no, Dusknoir gonna be really bad. Basically a bad Kaiwei Chang. It's most likely a bad Kaiwei Chang, like don't get me wrong, but it's easier to get. And like you don't have to walk marathons during the night for that, just to get the XL candy. And yeah, it's definitely an easy Pokemon to get. It's really viable, I think. I think it definitely has some play. It is bulky, it has the charge moves. It doesn't really have the coverage, sadly. It's basically the same moves as Kaiwei Chang, but Kaiwei Chang has Shadow Claw instead of Hex. And Shadow Claw is way better than Hex. That's why people prefer Kaiwei Chang instead of that thing. But this thing is definitely not bad. Like, you're gonna see a lot of games where it clutches out. You're gonna see a lot of games where in general it's really good. And yeah, here we have one. Actually, like, yeah, I kind of went too greedy here. I think I could have thrown my move there already. I don't know. But yeah, okay, here I could have thrown my move, but my opponent just spammed the Weather Ball with a Roserade. Well, that's crazy. But I had actually a lot of variety against me and in terms of teams. And the cool thing about this as well is like, A, I can battle some of you guys who are already on my friend list. And B, I battle in different ELO system as well. Like if you see my battles, it's always basically most of the time in the higher ELO. Right now I'm like rank 1, somewhere in the rank 100s of the leaderboards when I'm recording this. Because I see my ELO already and it's pretty high. But yeah, you basically see then all the same meta stuff. And here right now you see like people, what they play in different kind of ELOs and see how this team still performs against those Pokemon. So I think that's really cool. I saw a lot of different Pokemon during those battles in general. So I think you, even if it's not like showing the same Pokemon that you see all the time in your meta, you still can see how bulky the Dusknoir is, how fast it gets to the charge moves, how much damage it does, and in general how it feels. Because like if you go on PvPoke and see how Pokemon work, yeah, it's kind of telling. Like it's not bad, but it's not the same as when you just play them in the real battle and see how this works. So I think it was a pretty fun experience, and thanks to everybody who participated in that. I might do that again when there is not the league available that I want to play in. And here we actually lose because we shield the wrong move. If I didn't shield, like I had the chance here to go for the body slam before my opponent goes for the frenzy plant, but I opted to farm him down because I thought, yeah, just this Greedent with like 100 energy should be better than one shield, and the Greedent with like no energy. I was wrong because he had of course an Empoleon on the back, and this thing completely wrecks me, and he always gets a quick move in, which is kind of annoying. That's how the game is supposed to work, by the way. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not mad about that. He gets moved through. Like the denial is a problem. And I wish that it would be changed because we have like Twitch rivals coming up soon, which is very interesting that they do that already. It's like not really competitive Twitch rivals though. Like we have, I think it's like some celebrity people, like some streamer that have a lot of following. We don't know yet who that is, and some of the pro players from the community, some of those that can coach them basically, which I think is a pretty decent idea. It gets like way more people into that again. I think if you just do it with only Pokemon Go player in general, you will not get the amount of views that you want on those Twitch rivals thing. And yeah, I think it's a pretty decent thing in general. yeah, we have to see. I think it's a bit too early because the game is just still broken, so I don't know how they want to do that. But it's gonna be funny if Niantic embarrasses themselves on an official live stream on Twitch in front of a lot of people. That would be hilarious, and maybe put them, like, get them to put more effort into Battle League. That would be really cool. In general, I like the direction Niantic goes right now for PvP and Battle League. Like, usually I say a lot of negative stuff about Niantic, but this is not because I like to say negative stuff as other people. I don't really want to say names. But just criticism is always good. Like, criticism is what you need, as well as a company. You need someone to tell you, okay, this is bad, this is not how it's supposed to be, without, like, say, crying for something that you just don't like. It's just like a general thing for this time, like server issues. But the stuff goes through which shouldn't go through, or like it gets denied which shouldn't get denied, stuff like this. Or the lags and stuff like this. It's like positive criticism that you have to do, because otherwise they will not fix the game. But something like complaining about the C-Day, I don't know. I saw a lot of people complain about this. I was like one of the minority who said, okay, the C-Day is pretty cool. A, you have 3 times Stardust. Like, already this is better. B, you have a pretty cool Pokemon with a nice shiny, which is also nice. And C, like, both Pokemon are like not that bad. Like, Dusknoir in Ultra League is cool, and I think Dusclops in Great League is also really cool. So, like, why do you complain? We had C-Days like Weedle, where you just had like Weedle running around, like a Pokemon that has literally like no value because it's everywhere. It shouldn't be a C-Day mon. People complained about this C-Day, and I was like, why? Yeah, I don't know. Of course, we had like better C-Days before already, but not every C-Day should be the best C-Day ever, because then there's basically no value to it. But okay, back to the game. We can talk about a bit more about Dusknoir. We still have it here in the back, and here, yeah, okay, this was this battle. This opponent actually came down to the wire here, which was crazy. But my opponent didn't play that completely right. Here, you should not do that, what he does right now. He goes for the Power Punch, which doesn't do anything for him because he needs 2 foul plays anyway. Like, no matter what, also with the Power Punch, it doesn't really matter. Like, foul play does earn, like, I think 55% or something, or like 50% exactly. So yeah, it's still close. Like, I think if I KO'd this thing with the Hexley, I think I would have been fine. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, Scrafty is like completely walled to this team. I don't know, I built this team yesterday evening. I thought, it should be good. Like, you have something for fighter in the lead. You have like 2 things that are weak to fighting in the back. You have like the Squirrel, which is pretty decent for against fighting him still, because Body Slam is so spammy. And then you like, they don't think about this one Pokemon which completely wrecks you. And here, really nice switch from my opponent. Like, really nice switch. And I was kind of mad that he caught the Shadow Ball there. So I was kind of, that's not good, but like, we can go for the Earthquake here. At least we have our Stunfisk in a matchup where it's decent. And yeah, in general, that's pretty okay here. We can go for another Earthquake. I'm just going to farm up to 100 energy again, or 99 in this case. Go for the Earthquake. It does not KO. He goes into the Swamp, but I tried to swap out, didn't work out. And just because he swapped on the Shadow Ball on me before, we gotta swap on this Hydro Cannon here right now. Just so we got some revenge there. That was actually the only reason, otherwise I would just swap out immediately to Greedent. But I mean, these are friendly battles. I don't have to care about elo, I don't have to care about rewards. I just can play for fun and play a bit risky. And this worked out pretty well, so good game there. I think there's also, yeah, did I actually went for the move there? I think it didn't went through. Yeah, it didn't went through. I think he actually got the debuff there, didn't he, from Psychic? I didn't see it in the main battle. And if you are confused by all the Pokeballs getting into my pocket there, of course I was still outside playing the C-Day during that time and just had it in the background. I just waited for a request. I think this is against Dark Force, also a very good friend of me. And we can go for a Shadow Ball here. He actually shields us, I think. Yeah, this is not the right play, by the way. If you see this, you most likely see that. The Shadow Ball doesn't even do 50%. And the only reason why I stayed in there for a bit, I wanted to catch his Earthquake, and I wanted to put him into range for my Earthquake, because yeah, usually an Earthquake is easily survived by the Stunfisk. But okay, he swaps out now, which is fine for me. But yeah, this time, now he's basically in range for my Earthquake, which is pretty cool. My opponent goes into the Jellicent here, which I know I can survive a move, so I don't have to shield. He goes for the Bubble Beam bait, which didn't work out. I have the Green, which is the hardest counter to a Jellicent. And he's locked still into this, which is pretty nice. We can go for the crunch. And we can like, we actually get the defense drop, which is cool. And I should be able to farm him down if I want to, but he swaps out perfectly into Stunfisk, which I don't really mind, because right now at this point I know that I can survive a move. I just go for the body slam, not because it does more damage or anything. I just wanted to stall the switch clock, which didn't work out because he threw a move, but it was only the rock slide. I can go for one more quick move because you cannot store a rock slide and an earthquake unless you need 2 more quick moves after the rock slide anyway, so it was safe for me to go for 1 quick move. My opponent goes back into the Rosa Raid, which is scary, but I know I should be able to survive this move, which I do. Swaps good, like a good swap into the Jellicent here, really nice. But doesn't really matter, like I had to throw anyway, so that was not really the catch. Because like against the Jellicent I also needed a charge move to KO that thing, like it would have farmed me down otherwise. But still a nice catch, but we can just farm down here and win pretty handily. And next up we're gonna have Giratina against us. Yeah, here we see, because I didn't give any specific instructions which kind of Ultra League, which I did on purpose because this team should work in both kinda, unless you face Obstagoon or a Scrafty. That's why I basically said, yeah, just go into whatever league you wanted to play in. If you want to play Ultra League with legendaries or not, it doesn't really matter to me. Here we can just go for another nice body slam. This matchup is pretty decent, especially because he goes for Acid Sprays. I know that he goes for Acid Sprays because it's like the logical move here. But what I'm going to do here is, I just don't really care about it. Just going to go for Challenge. I think he shields here. Yep. And what I'm going to do is just let this go because it's another Acid Spray, which doesn't matter to me. I can swap out. I can farm with extra energy. He goes into Empoleon. He has no shields, which I actually didn't see at this point. I thought he still had a shield, so I tried to overfarm more. Oopsie. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. We are like in such a good spot. This should be a nice win. And in general, you're gonna see the Shadow Sneak here doing a lot of damage. But I thought, okay, this is a showcase for my little boy Dusknoir. So I'm not gonna stay into this in this matchup, even though I would win this, just going for another Earthquake. I'm just gonna swap out. And my opponent catch perfectly on the Alone and Mug there. Really well played by my opponent. And now it's a bit trickier for me, but not really that tricky anyway, so we're just gonna go for another charge move. Well, yeah, we're just gonna shield 2 of them and like we're gonna be able to win this game easily. And this Crunch gonna KO him. We could have easily won before already if I just like stayed into the Stunfisk, but you know, we just wanted to try stuff out. Here we have, it might be a triple Shadow team. I think it was a triple Shadow team, but not 100% sure. We have a Magnetism on the lead. First I thought, okay, someone who knows me and someone who might want to troll me here playing my old OG Ultra League Premier line when there was no level 50s around. So I thought, okay, he most likely has something like the Venusaur and the Galate in the back, but he had a Playtoad in the back. Thought I can easily survive this move. It was a Blizzard. He didn't even go for the Weather Ball there, and I was like, not cool. Not really cool. I can go for the Body Slam here though, and I'm going to be able to have a pretty decent matchup, and I think he's still locked into the Magnet Zone now. And yeah, he has to swap out now, and now it's a Grand Ball, and now he's just dead because he has nothing for the Stunfisk, it seems, unless you, I don't know, like what are you doing in the Stunfisk lead? Most likely you go into the Grand Ball and try to go for something, or you stay in and just die. I think stay in and just die would not be the play. I think you go into Grand Ball against the Stunfisk lead, or you just top left. Because you have 2 Pokemon that are completely get walled by this thing. Next up, we have Jellicent against us. Well, I thought, okay, a cool matchup. My opponent goes into Ninetales here. Thought, okay, I'm just gonna farm up extra energy. I don't need this thing for full health for the Jellicent anyway, and I can now avoid the Jellicent matchup against my G-Fisk. G-Fisk should be able to KO them now with 2 Rock Slides because you got the pre-damage, which is nice. And now I'm just gonna try to farm up, I think, a bit extra. I hope I don't die against the Jellicent immediately. And I think my opponent actually goes into Machamp though, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Machamp. But we are bulky, and we are really bulky. Bulkiest boy of them all. And we're gonna be able to go for the Earthquake here. With Earthquake, gonna be able to put him really low. He knows that he does survive that. Really good knowledge from my opponent. It's something a lot of people don't really know, that you survive those moves, but yeah. Good game there. I think that might also be the last game because this end game took forever, so I'm just gonna give you a quick review again. Dusknoir, pretty cool. It's kind of spammy. Hex is pretty nice. Shadow Ball is pretty cool. Like Hex Shadow Ball, you see the combination already in Drifbloom, but Drifbloom has a better secondary move. I guess Drifbloom is a bit better than this thing, but sometimes the flying typing is kind of annoying if you face something like Ninetales or something like this. So having a plain Ghost type is pretty cool. I think it's a nice Pokemon. You can try it out. Is it the best Pokemon? Definitely not. But it's definitely a Pokemon that has some potential in Ultra League. I might try it out again in Ultra League when it comes back, but we have to see. Thanks all for watching though. Thanks all for participating on this video. Like for everybody I battled here, and good games to everyone. See you in the next video.